Recently, the Pakistani Air Force released a promotional video. Several ground staff wearing the camouflage uniform of the Azerbaijani Air Force accidentally appeared. This detail is like a stone thrown into a calm lake, instantly stirring up layers of ripples. Is this country located in the Transcaucasus? Is about to become the China-Pakistan joint development of the Is this country in Transcaucasia about to become a new customer for the China-Pakistan jointly developed Dragon Block 3 fighter jet? The answer seems to have surfaced long ago in the undercurrents of military cooperation. Since September 2024, when Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev personally boarded the cockpit of the Dragon at the delivery ceremony and gave it a thumbs up, the multi-billion-dollar military sale has cast a key piece on the global strategic chessboard. In fact, Azerbaijan's preference for the Dragon has been known for some time. As early as February 2024, Pakistani media disclosed that the two sides were negotiating a $1.6 billion purchase agreement to bring in the Dragon Block 3 to replace its aging fleet of MiG-29s, equipped with the KLJ-7A active phased array radar and PL-15 long-range air-to-air missiles. The 4.5-generation lightweight fighters over the horizon capability would be enough to overwhelm Armenia's Su-30SM heavy fighters, which are the sore point of Azerbaijan's air inferiority in the 2020 Naqqa conflict. And by September 2024, the Azerbaijani Ministry of Defense made a high-profile announcement of the official receipt of the first batch of Dragon Block 3 and released a live video of the president boarding the plane to experience the static display and flight performance of the fighter aircraft with the number 23-320, marking the substantial stage of this cooperation. However, dramatically, in March 2025, Pakistan's Minister of Information suddenly revealed that the two sides will sign a contract in April of the same year, with a total price of $2 billion for the procurement of 18 LDL Block 3. This news allows the outside world to realize that the previous deliveries may only be the pre-batch, and a larger scale of military sales are still being promoted. Behind the choice of the Dragon Block 3 is Azerbaijan's subtle calculation of defense autonomy and strategic balance. Lessons from the ENK conflict have made Azerbaijan realize that relying on Russian-made equipment carries the risk of technical support being limited by others. The case of Armenia's Su-30SM, which has been reduced to a mere decoration due to Russia's refusal to provide support, is a good example for the past. In contrast, the Dragon Block 3 not only meets fourth-generation technology standards and cost-effective requirements, but also allows Azerbaijan to gradually acquire maintenance and upgrade capabilities through a joint production model. Despite Pakistan's concerns about technology transfer, Azerbaijan's proposal for local assembly can reduce long-term costs and ensure the sustainability of the equipment during wartime, a strategy of progressive autonomy that ultimately impressed the partner. In addition, the unit price of about $55 million per aircraft is higher than the price of domestic procurement, but includes ammunition, training and logistical support package, is still more attractive than similar products in the West. The deeper logic of this arms sale is more reflective of the geopolitical game in the South Caucasus. Azerbaijan and Turkey's special relationship has become a key driver. The two countries belong to the Union of Turkic-speaking countries, close military cooperation, and Turkey is Pakistan's long-term ally. This triangular linkage makes the delivery of the Dragon Block 3 not only an arms deal, but also the three countries to build a regional security network strategy. For China, this cooperation marks the upgrading of military exports, from pure equipment sales to technical cooperation and strategic influence penetration. Through Pakistan as a middleman, China has successfully avoided the political risk of directly intervening in sensitive areas, and at the same time, with the Dragon as a fulcrum, prying open a gap in Russia's traditional sphere of influence and adding military dimensions to the layout of the Eurasian continent under the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. The Belt and Road framework adds a military dimension to the layout of the Eurasian continent. What is worth paying attention to is that the entry of the Dragon Block the 3rd of May reshaped the balance of regional air power. Armenia currently has only 4 Su-30SM, and the lack of complete combat system support, and if Azerbaijan eventually get 36 Dragon Block 3, supplemented by Turkey to provide the UAV cooperative combat capabilities, will form an overwhelming advantage over Armenia. More far-reaching impact is that this Chinese technology plus Turkey system, plus Azerbaijan front model, may stimulate Russia to accelerate the provision of upgraded version of the MiG-35 to Armenia, thus triggering a new round of arms race. At the same time, the Indian media had mocked the performance of the Dragon inferior to the Rafale, but the aircraft in Turkey, Anatolian Eagle, exercises to 6-2 to beat the Qatar Rafale fighter performance, as well as Pakistan in the Indo-Pakistani border conflict in the field test, have eaten a pill of peace of mind for Azerbaijan. From the perspective of the global military trade, the successful export of the Block 3 Dragon has verified the effectiveness of the cost-effective plus customization strategy compared with India for the Rafale fighter aircraft to pay the astronomical price of modification costs. Azerbaijan with $2 billion to obtain 4.5 generation of fighters and a full set of support, highlighting China's military industry, flexible and pragmatic market strategy. Pakistan, as a joint developer, not only won the largest military sales order in history, but also enhanced its international status through the export of technology, which is tantamount to a strategic breakthrough for Pakistan, which has been suppressed by India for many years. In the future, with additional orders from Iraq, Myanmar and other countries, as well as the attention of potential customers such as Argentina and Egypt, the Dragon series is expected to become a landmark option in the modernization of air forces in developing countries, and then shake the market monopoly of the traditional US, Russian, and European military giants. This military cooperation across Europe and Asia ultimately points to a more uncertain future, when Azerbaijan's Dragon Block 3 and Armenia's Su-30SM face off over the South Caucasus, when Turkey's UAVs and Russia's electronic warfare systems fight on the stealth battlefield, and when China's aeronautical science and technology and geopolitical ambitions are quietly expanding through the intermediary of Pakistan, who can assert that these wings of steel are not just flapping the regional air force, but also the regional air force, which is the only one of its kind in the region. Who is to say that these wings of steel are merely ripples in regional security? Perhaps, as the Naka conflict reveals, modern warfare has long since transcended the simple competition of weapons performance, but is a full-dimensional contest of national will, technological integration and alliance wisdom.